Welcome back everybody to the daily show where we discuss and do technical analysis on big mega cap stocks. So before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated, guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, live trading, and all kinds of setups, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. And now let's get right into it, guys. On Apple, stock is down 0.69% on Friday, so Apple again finding resistance here at 185 and pulling back and pretty much closing right at the support 183. For next week, we do have Jay Powell speaking on Tuesday, and on top of that, we have CPI coming out on Wednesday morning, 8:30 a.m. So that is going to be a market moving event. Now here on Apple stock, 183 gives up. Immediately you're going to see more selling down to 180 and then 177. We still have this massive gap right here on bottom here on Apple stock. So watch out for that. Anything below 180, Apple will likely to come down and close this massive gap down here at 173.42. Now to the upside, as long as Apple can hold 183, watch out for continuation all the way up to not only 185, the next stop 187 right here. This is where upper Bollinger Band already expanded up to 187, so this thing can run up to 187 easily. Above 183, that is going to be the level to watch, and then 190. So watch out. I mean, Apple here can definitely make a move, but as soon as this thing gives up 183, there will be more selling. So you got to be really careful going into this trading session Monday, and next few sessions on Apple stock will be critical because of that CPI coming out on Wednesday. On Nvidia stock, it's up 1.27%. So whether you like it or not, well, Nvidia, we do have a bull flag right here. Now, is that going to play out? Well, nobody knows, because this was a double top, and then we saw Nvidia pulling back, and guess what? It's not playing out anymore. Nvidia went right back up. So are we going to see this bull flag playing out? Well, it's possible. This thing can go all the way up to 960 again. So for next week, especially going into tomorrow's session, Monday, guys, watch out here on Nvidia stock. Now, look at this blue line right here sitting at 903. That is going to be a big resistance to watch to the upside, and close to 900, 898. That is a strong support. And if that gives up, watch out down here. 50 SMA sitting at 876. Or 877, I should say right here, 876.74, so that is 877. And just below that, we have this gap, 862. So Nvidia, yes, the bull flag can definitely play out, but you can see this thing closing below rising 5-day moving average, 903.46. It needs to get above that level, and then you're going to see probably this bull flag playing out, and Nvidia going up to the next stop, 926. 940 and then 960, and possibly even going up to fresh new all-time highs. On Meta, it's up 0.16%. So Meta here came down to where, look at this move here on Meta Friday, guys. Came down to 469.60, and this was indeed a deep buying opportunity for a day trade. Just like I said in my video Thursday night, that Meta pulls back right here. This is going to be your first opportunity to play to the upside, and look at the bounce here from 470 right here. This thing got up to almost 477, came back, and now trading at 476. Green on the day. It was actually down for the day, and then this thing went back up. And pretty much, if you look at my screen, these two candles, we actually got above these two candles. So now, Meta here, guys, it's possible early as this week, and maybe even before CPI comes out, this thing can go all the way up to just below 485 to close this gap from earnings. Now, there will be resistance at 490, and after filling this gap at 485. Now, anything below that, this thing will be just consolidating right here, and also there will be strong support at 470, and soon as that gives up, Meta can come down all the way down to right here 13 SMA on this daily time frame, and that is at 456, and critical support right down here just below that 452. And here's my X account, and if you guys are on there, definitely give me a follow. And there is no subscription, nothing here on X. Is totally free, and I do share lots of information on X, and you can always ask me a question if you have right here on X. And here's some fantastic plays. First one, Roblox. They actually had earnings recently, and look at this. Yesterday, which was Thursday, guys, picked up at 700 shares. And same day, this thing exploded. Almost got up to 32. Even today, on Friday, it was up to 32 bucks. Took profit and left some runners, and those are still running and green. Now here's another one, guys, right here. Mara. And you can see this one here got into $20 puts at 21 almost right here, and now today down to 17, sold out completely, and this was also a big winner. So all these trade ideas, and especially if you want to support the channel and you're serious about trading, then definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. And I'm telling you guys are missing out on lots of money. On Amazon, stock is down just over 1%, so Amazon again, and you can call this a double top unless we break out of this range. But for this double top to play out, we need to take out this neckline, and that is going to be around, I would say, 175 right here on Amazon. So far, well, yes, it's getting a big rejection multiple times, getting closer and getting above 190. But immediately selling off and closing below 190, and we saw that selling on Friday down to 186.93, and now it's not even holding 188.49, rising 5-day moving average. So going into next week and Monday's session, guys, there will be resistance at 188.49 for Amazon, 190, and then 192. Now to the downside, there will be strong support right down here at 185, but soon as that gives up, watch out for a dump off down to 182, 180, and then this gap 173.92. On Google, stock is down 0.75%, so Google came down all the way down to 168, and look at this buying right off of this 13 SMA on this daily time frame. This orange line 168, low for the day 167.91, went back up and now trading over 170. So Google here, guys. Now 170, that's gonna be your line in the sand for tomorrow. Below that 168, 164, rising 20-day moving average, and then 162 down to this gap 158.28. Now as long as I would say Google can hold above 168 to 170, then watch out for continuation back up to the upside all the way up to 176, and look at this Bollinger Band expanded all the way up to 177.21. So if this stock decides to actually move higher, we can see that on Google stock, but it needs to hold at least 168 on any pullback. On Microsoft, it's up 0.59%, so Microsoft getting above 415 and closing slightly under 415, but holding 413 again as a support. So here on Microsoft, guys, looks like there is not much upside left. Yes, we might see a trip up to 420, maybe been squeezing up to, I would say, right here, around 425, and that is it for this week. There are no big catalysts for Microsoft, and you can see why I'm saying that, because look at this upper Bollinger Band. It's actually coming down on the stock and the lower one going up. So I think very soon you're going to see a big move here on the stock. Well, earnings are behind and we don't really have any big catalyst except CPI. So if that number is actually hot, well, you're going to see a dump off, and it's more than likely that you would see a dump off down to this gap around 400, and that is going to be a big move on Microsoft. Now, so far, last week and into closing on Friday, holding 413 and also almost trying to break out of this 415 range. So that is going to be a level to watch. 413 to the downside as a support, and 415, it's going to be a breakout for a move all the way up to 420 easily. Now 413 gives up, in that case watch out all the way down here 406, 20 SMA on this daily time frame. That's going to be a strong support, and below that immediately Microsoft pulling back and closing this gap just below 400, and this is going to be possibly a dip buying opportunity if you get a pullback. I mean, that is going to be a $14 pullback from the top. Right now it's at almost 415, and we might be pulling back down to this gap just below 400. So that is going to be an absolute dip buying opportunity right here on Microsoft on a pullback, as long as the support can hold right here at 400. On AMD, it's down 0.31%, so AMD got up to 156, and you can see right here, guys, this thing cannot break 154. We got up to 156 plus, but came back and closing below 154. This down trend line right here. So this resistant trend line needs to break, and that is going to be around 154, and then you're going to see AMD going up to 158 to close this gap on top and possibly even retest this big weekly resistance right here, 164, and then closing this gap 166.55 on top. Until we get that breakout over 154, watch out for more continuation to the downside, and there will be strong support at 150, 148, and then 143.66 down to even 138. On Tesla, stock is down 2%, and Tesla surviving another sell-off here and holding above 20-day moving average right here, 167, and pretty much closing right at the support. So Tesla gives up 167 to 168 right here, this white line. Then you're going to see more selling all the way down to 152, and then this gap 147.26. Now to the upside. I mean, this thing pretty much gave away all the gains from earnings. This has to bounce from here. Otherwise, you're going to see more selling. So 168 can hold. Watch out for a move back up to now. There will be resistance at 172, 50 SMA, and then this gap on top, 177.40. Now, Tesla will look more bullish if this thing can actually break and hold 183 at some point next week. That is going to be extremely bullish for a move all the way up to 200 on Tesla. Until then, guys, this is going to be a key level of support right here to watch, 168, and then needs to hold going into tomorrow's session right here on Tesla. So Netflix staying flat on the day, only down 0.20%, and this was a fantastic day trade idea on Friday, guys. I mean, look at this. So I did put out levels on Netflix on Friday to short and get same day expiration. Anywhere from 622 and 624. And look at the high right here. Exactly in between. 623.98. And this is exactly where I think it was like 623 when I got those puts, 600 on Netflix on Friday. And it actually went through the roof. I mean, this thing, I wish I had more, guys. Same day expiration on Netflix. And this thing paid a lot of money on Friday. So, I mean, this is a huge pullback from 624 down to 605. Unfortunately, did not sell right here at 605 or 606. I think I sold at 612. So, that is still a decent money right here. I mean, you know how Friday lotos work here in this market. If there is a $10 pullback and you're on the right side of the trade, you're going to make a ton of money. So, this was a really nice trade idea. Now, on Netflix for next week, well, look at this. Again on Friday, it was holding right here, guys. 604, 605, 50 SMA, this red line. So that is going to be a key level for tomorrow. Below that, you're going to see a drop down to 588 and possibly even down here. We do have support 13 SMA, and that's going to be around 578. Now to the upside, as long as Netflix can hold right here 604 to 605, watch out for a move back up to possibly 625 and then 630. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching.